Hi, Annan. I just wanted to test out this video for you and see if this works, and at the same time go over the worksheets that you sent me. So this is pretty good. Just a couple quick things. This one here and this one here. When you're adding a negative and a positive number together, your answer should have the sign of the bigger number. So in that first one I circled, -6 plus 1, your answer should be negative because 6 is greater than 1 and 6 has the negative sign. And -7 plus 2, that should be a -5 because 7 is the greater number and that has a negative sign. So I always think of it as like the bigger number wins. So whatever the sign of the bigger number is, that's the sign of the answer. So this one right here, you did correctly, but just to point out, 7 plus -4 is 3, but it's positive in this case because 7 is bigger than 4 and 7 is positive. So again, the bigger number wins. All right, so that was all the mistakes on the negative and positive signs. Now there were some other things. So you seem to keep forgetting that you were adding the numerators or the top numbers and not multiplying. So that one I just circled in blue, n plus 5 is not 5n. 5n means 5 times n. So the answer to that should actually just be n plus 5 over 3. Or 5 plus n, that doesn't really matter. But it's not 5n. This implies that you are multiplying 5 times n. So you have to have that plus sign in between. So you did that in a few different places. So right here, again, we're adding. So 4x plus 3y. You cannot add those because they're not like terms. Like terms have the same variable raised to the same power. Okay, so like terms have to have the same variable. 4x and 3y are not like terms, so you cannot add them. So then, well, what do? You just write them next to each other. 4x plus 3y over 3. So that is your answer. So it looks like you should be able to combine all of these together, but no, sometimes you just have to leave it separate like this with a plus sign in the top. This one right here, the numerator should be x plus y, and the way you wrote it, xy, means x times y. So the correct answer for that is just x plus y over 4. Same with this a squared plus b squared. That should you just have the plus sign in between it. There you go. A squared plus b squared over 9. And I think there were a couple more times that happened. Well, here, now let's think. Are these like terms? We have a and we have -3a. Do they have the same variable? A and a raised to the same power? Yep. There's no exponent on this a, there's no exponent on this a. So they are like terms. But, so now we're supposed to add them. Don't forget, there's a plus sign here. We're not multiplying. So this is actually 1, that's supposed to be a 1, 1a plus -3a. So 1 plus -3 is -2a over 5. So again, we were adding numbers, a +1 and a -3. So we take the difference, which is 2, and the sign is negative because the bigger number wins. Okay, and then I think the last one is this one, and it's the same idea as the one up top. They're like terms, so we can add them, but you didn't add them correctly. Oh yeah, and I didn't even notice that. You put a squared here. Again, that would only be if we're multiplying. A times a is a squared. This is a plus a. So down here we have -x plus 8x. Let me just erase some of this. Okay, so negative 1x plus 8x. So these are like terms, so I'm going to add the negative 1 and the positive 8, and I get a positive 7x. Now I'm just going to put the denominator in, which is 3. So that's that answer. All right, I hope you're able to watch this and let me know if you have any other questions.